Now, I've played all the Splinter Cell games, beginning back with the first one on the original Xbox back in the day. A friend of mine, he picked the game up. That was the first time I ever saw it. And doing the intro tutorial mission alone, where you have to sneak over glass and you can climb on pipes and ledges and do all this stuff, that was really cool. I'm not seen too much in games at the time. So again, that was all pretty awesome. And then going on, with all the sequels as well. But Splinter Cell Conviction is my favourite Splinter Cell. And I think the reason for that is because it's a bit more like James Bond-ish, if you will. Sam Fisher, voiced by the amazing Michael Ironside. His daughter, he believes, is dead. Turns out not to be dead and being held captive, so it's very personal to him, and he goes out and it also was the first time that Splinter Cell used the mark and execute feature as well, which is pretty cool. It's not as super stealthy as the rest of the games in the franchise, and it is a tiny bit of a departure, but overall Splinter Cell Conviction, for me personally, is just a fantastic stealth game. It still does not beat Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. No, that's still, in my opinion, the best stealth game. But Splinter Cell Conviction is still worth picking up today. This was when Ubisoft really cared about what they made. Well, I say really cared. They cared a little more than they do now. And Splinter Cell Conviction is 13 years old, which is insane. I still remember playing this on the 360. It did also come with a really cool multiplayer mode as well, which obviously is not active anymore, which is a crying shame. But Splinter Cell Conviction is just, it takes you through some different locales that than the other games did. It is a little shorter than the other games, and it did gain some criticism from that. But if you are a fan of stealth games, then this is the one for you. Even on normal or easy mode, you can't take too much punishment, so you're going to want to stay behind cover and utilize the shadows. And what's really cool about this one is with the shadows, the screen goes into black and white when you are in the darkness, because of course you don't have Sam's the light on the back of his Splinter Cell suit that he used to have, so it would actually show if you was in the darkness, and that's pretty cool. You do still get to use some of the gadgets that he has that he had in the other games, and you can pick up weapons off of fallen enemies anyway. Again, which is pretty cool. You can also do some Punisher style interrogation scenes as well. One of the first ones you do is beat the living snot out of somebody in a bathroom, public bathroom, which is pretty gnarly. And every time I see somebody's head get smashed through a urinal or a toilet, I always think more of the ew factor of them hitting those than the pain of actually going through all of that ceramic. But that's just me. I'd like to steer well clear of that kind of stuff. But this is just where Sam Fisher just becomes more deadly, because he's no longer in third echelon, and he is, like I said, is personal for him, and he is just out for blood. And Michael Ironside voices it perfectly. That man is just so awesome. I think the first time I ever saw him was in Starship Troopers, and he was fantastic in that. And Starship Troopers is one of my favourite films, definitely. I can't believe it did so poorly in the 90s. For me personally, it's like a fantastic sci-fi film. But seriously, if you find this game, I know a lot of people like Blacklist, and Blacklist goes on offer all the time. And Splinter Cell Blacklist is really good, but not voiced by Sam Fisher. It was an almost sort of reboot, which only they made the one game. And it is a very good Splinter Cell. But for me, Conviction, this is the one that stands on top of all of them. And to my knowledge, is the last one voiced by Michael Ironside. And he is the voice of Sam Fisher for me personally. But please let me know in the comments down below if you have played... if you've played this game, or if you prefer Blacklist, or maybe even like Pandora's Tomorrow or Chaos Theory. Please let me know in the comments, and thank you very much for watching.
You think you're some kind of badass, Fisher? Stay sharp and check the shadows. Gotta be close. Keep moving. I'll keep watch from here. Hold it! you.